Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh and good day. Rabbi shrah li sadri wa yassir li amri wahlul 'uqdatam min lisani yafqahu qawli. Rabbi yassir wa la tu'assir, Rabbi atmim bil khair bi rahmatika ya arhamar rahimin. Allahumma salli ala sayidina Muhammad wa ala alihi wa sahbihi wa sallim. So for today's session we are going to continue with lecture 9, counter instruction. So this is the instructor for this course. For the learning outcome, at the end of the session, students should be able to familiar with counter instruction, suggest the possible PLC programming for the system that complies with IEC 611313 standard. So this is our counter instruction, also known as CNT instruction. So for counter instruction, it consists of two input, one for count input, while another one is for the reset input. If we want to use the counter instruction, we need to know how to write the counter instruction. So we need to start with the counter instruction, followed by counter number, followed by set value. So counter instruction, it will start from 000 until 255. For example, I want to use counter 0 to count the process for 5 times. So I need to write it as CNT space followed by counter number 000 space followed by hashtag 5. So hashtag 5 means the counter will count the process for 5 times. So counter 000 hashtag 5 also known as counter PV, while C000 known as counter completion flag. In order to use the counter instruction, we need to activate the counter PV first. The counter completion flag will only activated after it complete count for 5 times. So for example, here we have counter input. It will count the system for 5 times. So the first signal followed by second signal, followed by third signal, followed by fourth signal, and followed by the fifth signal. So for this system, initially we will press the stop reset button. So if we press the reset button, counter PV will set the value to 5. So 5, and then it will count down. If it receive the signal, one input signal, it will count down -1, and then here is starting from 5, it will drop to 4, and then next input it will drop to 3, next input it will drop to 2, and last input it will drop to 1. So if it count completely 5 times, it will show the 0, and then the completion flag will be activated after the counter PV set value is 0. Okay, let's open our CF programmer. So new file, device type, make sure to choose CP1E. So I want to control the counter instruction 000 to count 5 times. So for the input, let's put 0.00 as start push button, and then 0.01 as stop or reset button. So pressing I for instruction, type CNT space 000 space hashtag 5. So next round, load C000 put the command 5 count, and then after the system completely count for 5 times, it will light up the lamp 1. Okay, so let's see this condition first. Activate your work online simulator. Please ensure zero error, zero warning. So double click the start push button, so it will trigger, the first one is it will trigger reset input. So activate it, reset. So if we press the stop push button, counter PV will be reset and it will read the 5 BCD number due to the set value is 5. Release the reset button. So let's see, this is our input signal. We will give 5 input. So first, value 1, active high. So when the counter instruction receive input signal, incoming input signal, it will start to count down. So from 5 it will minus 1 become 4 BCD. Second input, minus 1, it will become 3. Third input, minus 1 from 3 to 2. Fourth input signal, also minus 1, it will become 1 BCD. And fifth input signal, counter PV receive 0 BCD. So from here 0 BCD, completion flag will be activated. So completion flag will be activated. So if we release the signal, it will remain energized until we press the stop push button. Okay, let's see this exercise. First, we want to give the input signal 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So for the first input, it will drop from 5 to 4. Second input, 3. Third input, 2. Fourth input, 1. Five input, 0. Five input, 0. 6 input. So if you refer to here, if the counter PV already received 0 BCD, counter completion flag will be triggered and lamp 1 will be on. So here counter completion is triggered and lamp 1 will on. So what happened if this counter receive another signal? It will remain active high. So then if we press the stop push button, it will reset all the system.